There's something weird going on with Walmart. Are we now seeing the true form of one of the world's largest companies? Is Walmart an entity of the government, operating in the private sector, meant to usher in martial law? Is its purpose found even in its name? I will take you through 6 facts that expose Walmart's deep connection to the US government and its preparation for mandatory RFID chipping and martial law coming to the US. I would highly advise you to listen carefully to this entire video. The information contained in it is extremely important. Fact number 1. To understand the truth about Walmart, you first need a history lesson. The founder, Sam Walton, is long deceased, but his legacy is very much alive. What is he remembered for? Well, you may not know that Sam Walton was a part of the U.S. intelligence agency during World War II and a security chief over internment camps located inside of the United States. These camps held hundreds of thousands of whites of German and Italian descent and Asians of Japanese descent. They were held there after FDR violated their constitutional rights. Sam Walton oversaw these prisoners of war. The Walmart U.S. government connection is not new, you see. It goes way, way back. Armed with that information, let us continue to fact number 2. From 2001 through 2016, Walmart has received an estimated $50 to $100 billion in secret subsidies granted by the U.S. government. We know several industries are subsidized by the government to keep prices low. But why Walmart? There are entire websites dedicated to following Walmart's grants, tax breaks, and earmarks. These websites unanimously agree that Walmart has received tens of billions of dollars in kickbacks over the years. Why are they getting so much money? Is it merely to keep their prices low? Or is it for other expenditures? Fact number 3. Walmart has struck a deal with the U.S. government, hiring 130,000 reserve, active duty, and veterans in the United States over the past 3 years. A massive force of highly trained and skilled soldiers. It's an odd fact, because recently they just fired thousands of regular workers and closed 269 stores because of financial problems, or so they said. Walmart explained that their 2016 store closings were an attempt to save money. So why did they just hire 130,000 new employees? Of course, we always celebrate when veterans are treated with respect and given good jobs, but this is strange. 130,000 sounds more like a small army. In fact, Walmart's soldiers make up 10% of the company's total U.S. workforce. That is a huge proportion of new hires, especially for a company who just claimed that they had financial difficulty 6 months ago. What in the world is Walmart doing with its new army? Fact number 4. In the last 20 days, 24 homicides or attempted murders have happened on Walmart's premises around the United States. These crimes range from shootings to stabbings to arson to suicide to attempted vehicular homicide. Having reviewed these alleged crimes, I ask the question, are they even legitimate? Or are they Fema exercises that Walmart is carrying out alongside the Department of Homeland Security? Many details from the Walmart crimes aren't adding up, and it makes me question the validity of the entire event. For example, I'll play a 911 call from the Amarillo, Texas Walmart shooting. In it, a witness says that 2 gunmen are clearly involved, but later, only one is killed by the SWAT team and no hostages are injured.
6-3 to base, be advised, we got 1 suspect with a hostage in the... There is a second suspect somewhere in the store. We are in the store.
My question is, were Amarillo and other Walmart shootings legitimate? The audio in the Amarillo case told us that there were 2 shooters, not 1. Likewise, in other alleged massacres around the U.S., major discrepancies were made. that could make one question the validity of the event. In San Bernardino, there were supposed to be 3 shooters, not 2. In Orlando, it was reported early on that 1 or 2 additional people were involved in the 3-hour rampage. People interviewed claimed that the additional people were holding the doors shut to prevent escape of clubgoers, yet police insist only Omar Mateen was involved. Why did these police reports contain so many contradictions to the witnesses of the event? Are these DHS exercises in preparation for an outbreak of anarchy in America? Fact number 5. Let's revisit a major point I brought up in a prior video about Walmart. The discounter is literally in the back pocket of the US government, cooperating on a variety of different initiatives. One of these was a massive introduction of RFID chipping into Walmart's supply chain back around 2003, introduced alongside the Department of Defense. Why was the DoD involved with Walmart on RFID? Walmart was also cooperating with DHS Secretary Janet Napolitano on an initiative to report suspicious people in their facilities. Why is the DHS working with Walmart on this? Additionally, several former Walmart executives are currently working for the U.S. government in Fema positions in emergency preparedness. For example, Walmart disaster manager Brian Coons was appointed to spearhead Florida Emergency Response and Disaster Readiness Divisions. Why are these former Walmart executives being promoted in the government to major positions of disaster response? Fact number 6. Walmart has recently cooperated with Omar Mateen's former employer called G4S on initiatives in its U.S. stores involving security. Could there be a connection between what happened in Orlando and Walmart? Before I address this, I want to caution viewers. Please do not believe what you are being told on television about Orlando. The elites have already gotten what they want, and that is an outcry for heightened security. In order to have security, they'll have to take away guns. They'll have to use more biometrics and RFID to track you. They'll have to put up more cameras to watch you. We're living in 1984. Fear incited by Islamic terrorism is their tool of choice to get you to give in. Notice the cry for gun control after Orlando, the cry for more security. Do not be fooled by their agenda. The lamestream media has convinced everybody about Mateen's radical Islamic ties in order to scare you. I am not interested in the misleading Islamic terrorism narrative that began in 1945 and accelerated in 2001. The narrative is the same. Islamic terrorist attack happens, followed by calls for more gun control, the Patriot Act, more internet monitoring, more cameras, more things to stop a future event like this from happening. It's the same response every single time. Once bin Laden got old, once he didn't cause the fear that they needed him to cause, they got rid of him. And then they created scary ISIS. Mateen's ISIS connection is a fabrication to get you to submit. I'm not buying it. I am more interested in his 9-year career with a company called G4S, which is the largest security company in the world. If you've ever seen the movie Resident Evil, G4S might bring to mind the Umbrella Corporation, a secretive organization that operates in the shadows. G4S is the 3rd largest employer in the world with a virtual stranglehold over cybersecurity and cyber data in almost every country. It does have other interests, however, including RFID chipping. The company states on its website that one of its goals is to use RFID to track assets and people anywhere in the world. Back in 2011, G4S put in a patent request with the US government for an RFID device that would be used to track people who were incarcerated. No joke. The RFID device is tamper-resistant, worn on the hand or wrist, and is meant to tag and follow prisoners. The patent was just made public in February of 2016, and now G4S will work closely with Walmart. An article published in April of 2016 indicates that Walmart and G4S quietly signed a deal, an agreement on a huge initiative that will change Walmart's entire system of payment in all stores. There will be a gradual rollout of the new system until it is fully implemented. In conclusion, I believe there is beyond ample evidence to suggest that Walmart is serving a major purpose as we head toward the Marshall State.